by Mona Awad. This book is dark academia. It is really, really weird. It has horror elements, and we are following Samantha. And Samantha is a girl that she goes to this school, and she has this friend called Ava. And Ava and Samantha has this like friendship, and in this school they have these girls, this group of girls who they call each other Bunny. Yes, so they're like super girly pink girls that always like, hey Bunny, how are you Bunny? What are you doing Bunny? We love you Bunny, hug you Bunny. Like bunny girls, like their girly is extremely toxic and annoying. But underneath of that sweetness, there is always a secret, right? And this is not the exception. So those girls, those bunny girls who call each other bunnies, they have this secret society, this cult where they call workshop. So they call workshop, and they gather and they do weird things with bunnies. And one day Samantha receives an invitation from these bunny girls to be part of this weird workshop. Samantha decides to go to this workshop, and I'm not gonna spoil what happened in this workshop, but it's really, really bizarre. And Samantha starts getting confused. Now, this book, we are following the point of view of Samantha, which she is the main character. So, with all the pages, through all the pages, we see what Samantha sees. We think what Samantha thinks. We don't have the entire perspective of everybody. So we are discovering the story through Samantha's eyes, and that's why it became extremely weird, extremely bizarre. There was a point where I was like, what am I reading? I'm completely lost. What is this happening? Because everything is revealed by Samantha's eyes. So we are really discovering everything through her, and it's extremely weird. I won't say that I don't like her. Like, I like Samantha. I like the friend of Samantha, which plays a really important role here, Ava. We also have the Samantha's mom, who she died, and the relationship between Samantha and her father. So we know a lot about Samantha, which I really like it. However, this is not a book that I was completely like hooked. Those books that you cannot stop reading, you have to keep going. It didn't happen to me. However, I know this is a really, really popular book, and when I decided to read this book, I knew in advance that I have to come in a really open mind and have no expectations, because I was reading a lot of reviews about how bizarre and how unique this book is. And that's exactly my advice to you. If you like dark academia, if you like weird books, this is the book. I won't say I didn't like it. I like it. I enjoy it. I think the beginning could be a little confusing. You have to go through the pages in order to understand. I'm very like frustrated when I do not understand a book, and I tend to get like, oh, what is happening here? And this book challenged me to like, okay, you cannot control everything, Kimberly. You have to go through the pages. And I will say, because this book is divided by 3 parts, so I will say the first part you're gonna be like, what am I reading? What is this happening? What the hell? The second part, you start kind of understanding more, like getting more connection with the characters, knowing who are the bunnies, which is so funny because there's one bunny there's one bunny that she calls they call her the creepy doll which is so funny. It's so funny because they're super sweet to each other. So the second part, you start like understanding and make like more connection, and the third part goes to the end, and it's sad. It's what it is, and it's horror book, but it's not completely horror. It has like so many mind twist elements. And this is the second book that I read from this author. The other one that I read, is All Well, which is really, really good book. And heard a lot of opinion about this book, and that's why I decided to pick it up. I do not regret. However, I'm not giving 5 stars. I am not giving 4 stars as many people. I'm giving this book 3 stars. Like books who I like keep me on the hook, or it has a message like behind the scenes, or make me think. I feel like my favorite author, which is Stephen King, horror genre, has like this here and have me here, and my expectations are really, really high. So this one was not a like wow book. I read this book in like 3 days. It is literally, I have so many quotes here, but it's 300 pages. Yes, it's 300 pages. The writing is kind of small, so you can read this book in like 4 or 5 days. You won't be hooked. You won't be like, what is happening? But if you like Dark Academia, if you like this like high school thing when they had this secret society, and you know the popular girls, all these type of girls, and Samantha and her friend are completely different, and then Samantha is missing her friend so much because she gets trapped on this, hi Bunny, how are you Bunny, you know, she gets trapped on that. So it's very, very interesting. So this is my first book from the month of April, and it is at 3 stars. Thank you so much for watching my videos. Thank you so much for taking your time, and let me know, I'm very curious if you read this book and what is your opinion about that. I'm very open. I think it's only my opinion. People could love it, people could hate it. Definitely I'm not a fan of weird books. I like more like interesting books, but I don't regret to read this book about horror, and it's a very unique horror. So let me know, and I will see you next week with a new book adventure.